We're here in Sacred Ground Studios. Hi, everyone. I'm Dennis Foley. I'll add my little part later, but Marcello came to our studio in Phoenix, and now we're at Sacred Ground in LA, and he brought his wife, Josie. And she's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then, more importantly, for all you people out there, she's going to tell you what she heard. So, have at it.
Hello, Dennis. Thank you for having me at your studio.
You're welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a female who's 45. I have 3 children. I work full-time. And that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any music background? Play an instrument?
No,
okay.
Unfortunately not.
All right. Good. So this is a person who's going to tell us what she heard and really not in the business.
No.
So that's great. So we just get a nice person's opinion. So go ahead. Just tell us some of your first impressions. What was the thing that grabbed you the most?
Oh, I think what grabbed me the most was being in the room and realizing that once you had your eyes closed, you actually felt like you were at a concert. I didn't even have to be at the concert to feel what the artist was feeling. I felt it just by being in this chair. I don't know if it was I think it's just the way the music comes out in the room. It just makes you feel like you're there, and the artist is focused on you and nobody else. If you're listening to someone like Elvis, you actually feel like you're back in his time, and you feel like you're Elvis was happy when he was singing a certain song. You feel his happiness, you feel his joy. You're listening to Bette Midler and she's singing The Rose, and you feel like she is expressing deep emotion, that she wrote the music, she wrote the lyrics feeling a certain way, and I felt her pain as she was writing, as I was listening to her music. So I think as a listener, I can put myself in their shoes, if that makes any sense, and feel their emotion, feel what they're feeling at the time that they're recording this music. You also realize that you may think that you're a certain type of listener, that you like a certain type of music, but yet when you start to listen to it in a room like this, you realize, hey, you know what, I just love music. I could hear every breath they take, and I can hear the background singers. What I found more astonishing than anything was background singers are always background singers. No one ever realizes how important they are. But when you're listening to them in a room like this, you realize, hey, these 3 people, or whatever, how many background singers there are, play such an important role in the whole the whole song together. So not only the background singers, I have to say the instruments. There were some songs that you played for me that I listened to, and they're some of my favorite songs that I listen to quite often that I didn't hear, like the background singer at the end, or one of the instruments that I couldn't hear it. But listening to it in this room, I could hear that there's so much involved, coming from all the professional musicians in the band, that people don't really ever appreciate, because they appreciate the person who's singing, right? That's who their focus is. But when you're listening to it in here, you go, oh my God, there's so many people who made this song so beautiful. It's amazing how many people play an important role in one 4-minute song. I mean, it just makes you, it takes you away. Being here for my second time, what I realized after my first visit is that this room can do a lot for people who maybe suffer from mild cases of depression. It can do a lot for people who are maybe going into that midlife you know, part of their life where, you know, maybe they're not feeling so great about themselves, or feeling so appreciated or whatever. There was a song by Beyonce where she actually takes this breath, and I'm thinking, how come I never heard that before? You hear everything in this room. That's why, like, the last song that I listened to by Bette Midler, The Rose, I couldn't believe how focused I was on her voice. There's so much more that you get from listening to a song in this room than you get from listening to a song in a car or whatever, and such an appreciation for an artist.
It looks so great in here, the way you have it all set up, and it feels so warm and comfortable in here. You just, the minute you get in here, you relax. That's my first impression when I walked in here. Now you've just bumped everything up here with all this beautiful equipment in here, and it just elevated another level. It's so warmy sounding in here and so big. We're fighting for the chair, and how the room is controlled. Like, you have drums back here with cymbals and stuff. You don't even hear a buzz out of it. That's what blows me away. You got all this energy in this room, right, coming at you, and it's controlled, and there's no vibrations. And the door is impressive too. It sounds so amazing, so live, so real. It's well done, man.